Wang Yibo secretly shopping for Xiao Zhan? A sweet birthday night story. Behind the glitz and glamour of Chinese entertainment, there's a side of life never seen by cameras, a humane, warm, and full of little secrets known only to those who live it. That night of October 5th, Beijing felt like a normal night, but for two big stars, the night held something unusual. Xiao Zhan, the actor and singer with a gentle smile, had just turned 18. And somehow, a rumor circulating from a small bakery began to rumble online. Wang Yibo was spotted buying special cake ingredients that night. At first, many laughed at the news. How could Wang Yibo, amidst his busy schedule and the constant glare of cameras, have time to shop, let alone bake a birthday cake? But for those who have followed the two for a long time, the rumor seemed not entirely impossible. There was something subtle yet real about their relationship, something beyond words. That night, the Beijing sky was enveloped in the chill of early autumn. Streetlights shimmered, piercing the thin mist that danced in the air. In a corner of the city, a young man wearing a black hat and mask entered a cake shop. The owner, who didn't recognize his face due to his perfect disguise, was briefly amazed at the meticulous care with which he selected the ingredients: Belgian chocolate, imported fresh cream, and strawberries fresh from Yunnan. He even jokingly asked, "Who's this cake for, young man?" The man only smiled faintly behind his mask. "For someone who deserves the best," he replied curtly. As evening approached, in the dimly lit apartment, a sweet aroma began to fill the air. Wang Yibo, who usually appeared calm and cool in front of the camera, looked awkward that night with his apron around his neck. He had never been known for his cooking, let alone baking, but there was sincerity in every movement. He read recipes from his phone, weighed the ingredients one by one, and occasionally sighed when the dough didn't turn out as planned. But a small smile appeared on his face every time he imagined Xiao Zhan's expression. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Xiao Zhan spent his birthday night simply. He turned down the big party his management had offered, opting for a quiet night with a few close friends. Birthday greetings flooded his Weibo account on social media, but one message never made it to the public. It was a private message, simply sent, "Happy birthday, don't forget to blow out the candles before midnight." No name, no signature, but somehow Xiao Zhan knew who it was. A few hours later, just as the clock was about to strike midnight, there was a soft knock on the door. Xiao Zhan was startled for a moment. Who would be coming at this hour? He cautiously opened the door, and inside stood a figure in a black hoodie and a mask. As the figure lowered the mask, warmth immediately filled the room. Wang Yibo smiled slightly, holding a still warm cake box in his hands. "I know you don't like crowds," he said quietly, "so I thought maybe a handmade cake would be more meaningful." Xiao Zhan froze for a moment. He recognized the soft, creamy scent, its unique mix of sweet and bitter. "You made it?" he asked incredulously. Yibo nodded, slightly embarrassed. "If it tastes weird, just pretend it's delicious," he said, making Xiao Zhan laugh out loud. The laughter rippled between them, light as the breeze blowing through a window at night. They lit the small candle on the cake. Just two people, one candle, and the soft light dancing on their faces. No cameras, no managers, no audience. Just silence and the slow passing of seconds. Xiao Zhan closed his eyes, saying a silent prayer. When he opened them, Wang Yibo was still staring at him, with a gaze that was hard to describe, a mixture of awe, calm, and warmth. "Want to know what I asked for?" Xiao Zhan asked after blowing out the candle. Yibo raised an eyebrow, feigning indifference. "If you tell me, it won't come true." "Too late," Xiao Zhan replied with a small smile. "I got my answer tonight." The night passed with laughter, old stories, and memories from their old filming days. They talked about how the world had changed since The Untamed brought them to the peak of popularity. How so many people had judged, separated, and even argued about their relationship. But through it all, they remained the same. Two young men who had struggled together from the bottom, understanding each other without needing to say much. In the middle of their conversation, Yibo paused. "Sometimes I miss the old days," he said quietly, "when we didn't have to pretend to be strong every day." Xiao Zhan stared at him for a long moment, then smiled softly. "We don't have to pretend tonight," he said. "Here, it's just Yibo and Zhan, no one else." Those words brought a moment of silence, but not an awkward silence. It was peaceful. As the clock neared 2 in the morning, Yibo got up from the sofa. "I have to go before anyone gets suspicious," he said. But before he could head to the door, Xiao Zhan called out to him. "Wait," he said, picking up a piece of cake. "You haven't tasted it yet." Yibo took a small bite and laughed. "It's delicious. Maybe I should open a cake shop after I retire." "Then I'll be your first customer," Xiao Zhan replied. They parted with a chuckle and a brief hug. A brief but meaningful hug, like a silent thank you for coming. As Yibo stepped out, the cold air bit at his skin, but his heart felt warm. The scent of cream lingered on her hands, and in her mind, Xiao Zhan's face smiling softly under the candlelight. The next morning, the internet exploded. An anonymous netizen posted a blurry photo of someone who resembled Wang Yibo at a cake shop the night before. Speculation arose. Had he really baked a birthday cake for Xiao Zhan? Both of their management companies remained silent, neither confirming nor denying. But for fans who had long followed their story, silence often spoke louder than words. Amidst the flurry of rumors and speculation, Xiao Zhan posted a simple photo to his Weibo account, a handmade cake with a small candle in the center. There was no lengthy caption, just one short sentence. "Thank you for the warm night." That was all, but it was enough to send the entire fandom into a frenzy. Since that night, many fans have noted something different in the way they looked at each other at subsequent public events. A softer gaze, a more lingering smile. There was no official statement, no confession, but the world seemed to know there was something special behind all the silence. Time passes, but the story of that birthday night lives on in the hearts of fans. For some, it's just a rumor. But for those who believe in genuine relationships, it's a story of small gestures that mean a lot. About someone willing to take the time, disguise themselves in the middle of the night, just to make someone else smile. And behind all the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world, perhaps that's what's most precious, a warmth that doesn't need cameras to prove its existence. That night of October 5th will always be remembered not for the grand party, but for the simplicity that melted hearts. A night where two stars shone, not on stage, but in a small room with a soft flicker of candlelight. Among the millions of birthday wishes that have come and gone, perhaps only one truly means something. One not spoken in words, but manifested in action. And that's where this story finds its meaning, that love, in whatever form, always finds its way, quietly, sweetly, and eternally.